the Prime Minister has referred to a case of a private jet hired for the use of Honorable Sudan from Saudi Arabia to Mauritius at a cost of something like 90,000 euros, 3.6 million rupees. Who was that due? Has he inquired? Himself, the Cabinet Office, asked the police, whoever, to inquire who has paid for that 3.6 million rupees and for what purpose did someone pay for that so that Honorable Sudan would travel to Mauritius.
Madam Speaker, with regard to the facts that have been mentioned by the Leader of the Opposition, there is no case which is under inquiry at the level of the police.
As Prime Minister, someone who appoints the Vice Prime Minister, were you not concerned to find out who would have paid for that and for what purpose?
I will rely on matters of substance in order to maybe request the police to carry out an inquiry.
There appears to have been 2 additional suitcases brought in, which are picked up, I'm sure, from Martin and so forth. Filmed. Has there been an inquiry this time by Customs to find out why the former Vice Prime Minister never disclosed, even publicly, hid the fact that there were these 2 additional suitcases?
If there is material, if you have material, please provide them to me.
Madam Speaker, concerning the Indian businessman Chapela, he has stated publicly that he would welcome an inquiry at the Mauritian High Commission in London regarding a pseudo loan of 1 million rupees that was supposedly made, allegedly made, to the former Vice Prime Minister, and that he would be happy to do so, especially after the resignation of the VPM. Now that he has resigned, will the Honourable Prime Minister ensure that, as in the case of Madam Sunak, we would dispatch officers, police officers or whatnot, to India to now speak to Mr. Chapela, who has made very precise accusations this time?
If there's a declaration with regard to that, obviously the police will inquire in all transparency.
Former Vice Prime Minister went to Apollo Hospital, 400,000 rupee bill, he never paid. And pressure or not, I don't know, it's for him to find out, that's his duty. How come the board of Apollo decided to write off this bill of 400,000 rupees? What was the reason? Was there any pressure put on Apollo? Has he bothered to find out? Or is he again wanting me to send him information?
I'm not aware of Apollo or of any other Apollo. I mean, he has information. He seems to know a lot. Then go and make a declaration to the police.
We come to this poor Iframak, which went bankrupt a few months after cars were bought. Let me restrict myself to the 2 cars bought by Honorable Sudan. One a Mercedes, we never paid the 600,000 rupee outstanding, and another one a Mitsubishi. He never paid at all, 800,000 rupees. These are official figures. I don't want to get into a polemic and table them. Will you now that I'm telling you this information, find out, since the company has gone bankrupt, so many thousands of people have lost money, whether this is true, whether Honorable Sudan will reimburse this amount, it's only decent that he should do so, and whether he will inquire into it.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition is holding, seems documentary proof about this case. If he can hand over the copy to me, and I will pass it on.
With regard to the illegal posters, which were placarded around mosques in Mauritius, very, very dangerous, inciting racial hatred. Can you tell us whether the police questioned the former Vice Prime Minister at all? This was around July 2017.
Well, I have a list of cases which are under inquiry. I suppose that is pending. The inquiry is pending. I believe so.
Hassan Romoli has also gone to the police deposition for false and malicious denunciation in writing. Now, he complains that nothing at all happened to his deposition. He was arrested once or twice, but for this very serious offense, apparently Honorable Sudan was not questioned or arrested or whatever. Do you have that information? Or can you get a piece of paper? I don't see any policeman here, though.
I don't see the name of that person as a declarant under which the case is being under investigation.
Okay, Madam Speaker, we're not getting very far, but I think the public can see what is happening.
Everybody can see I am taking my responsibility. I am acting.
Madam Speaker, if I'm a Prime Minister, who allowed illegal posters to be affixed everywhere. A Prime Minister who allowed his Vice Prime Minister to make all sorts of senseless remarks about Saudi Arabia. A Prime Minister who had not done anything about 12 cases at least that I've raised here concerning his Vice Prime Minister. I know why he's not doing it. I'm not going to say it. This Prime Minister, Madam Speaker, has no right, no moral right to even be a Prime Minister.
What is your question? This is your question.